Brent Black and Adam Adine.
There it is. Hey, I know you've got some stuff.
Yeah. I'm ready for today.
I hope so. Adam and I kind of bullpen things a little bit before we start because, you want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about a few things, but I think it's important that we kind of meet or at least have some sort of conversation about what we're going to talk about rather than... I did a podcast last night. A friend of mine said, hey, let's do a podcast. I've got this new idea. And I have a lot of people asking me to do podcasts, which is fine. I mean, I should be honored. I am. But a lot of times it's people that have podcasts that they haven't started yet, or like they expect me to somehow bring viewers to them.
Be the reason to the blow up. Well, Can I tell you a really funny story about that?
What?
It's crazy. When I started a small podcast when I was like 15 years old. 5 years ago, and
podcast?
My podcast.
Oh, you?
Yeah, it was called the Adam KE podcast from my TikTok account.
Find it on Spotify, wherever you.
It was just on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like the videos are still up there, and I look so young, and it's so cringe looking back at it. But like, I had like 10 episodes, and it was bringing different people on. And one of my goals was to get you and Chris on the podcast one day.
Oh, wow.
You know why? Because I had played basketball with you once. That's like years ago. Like I have pictures of me playing basketball with you, like in Kite Beach. And I was like, wow, imagine getting Brent Black from the radio on a podcast.
Imagine what that would do. That would do to my podcast numbers.
And now we have a podcast together.
Maybe Chris could do it. Because, I mean, he's gotten to the point where he has an actual following,
Yeah.
So... but I mean, yeah, I just did this, and my friend, I did it because he's a good friend of mine. I was like, I'm happy to do it, Yeah. And he came with one phone and one tripod. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I think he's done one or two others. I'm like, you need to have two angles, and I happen to have the stuff. I have all the stuff at my house to do pretty decent camera work. Because Eve and I were always doing videos and stuff, and we're always setting up for whatever. We've even done some podcasts where we're like, let's see how we would do with a podcast. Now, I think we've done like 3 like really good podcasts, but she's like, I'm not happy with it. So they're just sitting somewhere on a phone just waiting.
Those are great clips, by the way. You could probably pull some really good clips from those 3 episodes, even if you don't release them as podcasts.
I agree. But they're full on like 30, 40 minute, conversations that I think we say some pretty good stuff, but...
I'm your husband? Is that what it's
called?
I'm
not your husband because we weren't married yet. But when we filmed those, I don't think we have done it since we got married. Has it been that long? Wow. Anyway, he said, I set up. I said, dude, let's get a second camera. Let me get some lights. I said, do you have lights? No. Let me get some lights. Do you have microphones? Yes. He did bring microphones.
Okay.
Which is good. That. So we set up 2 angles because you want 2 angles, one on me, one on him. You'd like to have 3 angles. You'd like to have one for both of us.
Yeah.
But I mean, then editing becomes... I mean, it's going to be a struggle anyway when you're messing with it. He said, 30 minutes, whatever, maybe an hour. It went on for like an hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
I know. So my voice is killing me right now. It's okay. I just did my show, and now we're going to do this.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I'm belly
aching.
aching.
I'll do a lot of talking.
So you may, that's the point. You may have to carry the load on this show. So,
yeah.
There were some things that we talked about. Every time you and I talk now, it's like, save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, put it on the list. What did I have you put on the list last week?
You had me put on the list. You were annoyed that I kept traveling. That was one of the things. You were like, you didn't like that I just went to Lebanon.
And you know why? Oh, no, I'm happy you went to Lebanon.
Well, you didn't like that. You don't want me to have more travel plans in the next few months.
Did we talk about this last week? Because I'm sure I complained that you were taking too much holiday. See, I can't remember.
Yeah, you said, Adam, like, why are you traveling too much? And I just went, and then, you said, save it for the podcast.
Did I say that? Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason is,
we kind of agreed.
The reason is, how many vacations have you taken? Like this year? And when I say vacations, I mean time away. It doesn't necessarily have to be a vacation. Anything that takes you away from us.
This year, I spent 2 weeks in Australia in March.
Right.
And then I spent a week in Thailand in July. And then in August, I spent a week in Lebanon. So I spent 4 weeks away.
And I have told you how much vacation time did I take in my first year at Virgin? How much?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, you do. It was 0. I took 0 days off that first year.
Oh my gosh, yes, you did tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know why? Because I wanted it. I'm passionate. I'm passionate about this.
Yeah.
So what are you passionate about?
I hope there is like nothing in your mind, in your system, that even thinks for a second, I do not appreciate this.
I know you're in it. I know
Because I
you're
am in it.
I know you're in it to win it. I do. But I just think maybe now, just ease off. Because you were talking about, I know I brought this up because you were talking about taking some more time off.
Yeah, I was gonna go for 3 days to Germany. It's my friend's birthday.
Why? Oh, a birthday.
Yeah.
How many friends do you have?
Okay.
Oh God.
Look, but then but you put some sense into my brain. You said, look, you just went to Lebanon for a week. I said, you know what? I have to give it time.
Yes.
And so I literally, a few hours ago, I sent a message to the birthday girl. And I said, I can't make it.
Did you tell her why? Or did she ask why? Why can't you come?
I said, it's work. And I said, and I'd sort of and obviously people understand.
She'll like that. She'll like, oh, he's busy. She will. She'll be like, oh, wow. He doesn't have time for me. Sounds stupid, but it's true.
No, look, makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, it's...
When you say friend, by the way.
Yeah.
Friend?
This is actually not like a girl the way you're thinking about it. This is like a family friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not that important that you take time off to go to Germany. It sounds to me like you just want a holiday in Germany. And it's an excuse. The birthday's just a backdrop.
It could be that, but it's like...
It is that.
It wouldn't be for that long. It'd be for like a weekend and then 2 days, Monday, Tuesday probably. But look, it's cool. Like, you're right. Like, in that regard, you're 100% right. It's like, I literally just went. I just went for a week.
Yes.
So I'm not going to go. It's not good for me.
It sounds like you're trying to debate yourself right now. I'm not going to go. I'm not. You're trying to convince yourself that...
Yeah, no, it's true. But we got contracts.
You understand what I mean.
Yeah.
You just became full-time. Like full-time, how long ago?
I just became full-time over a year ago. Yeah.
Full-time? Has it been a year?
August.
Full-time.
Beginning of August.
And then 6 months was your probation.
My probation ended in February.
Of this year.
Yeah.
So you've only been, got your blue tick. He's official. We can't fire him now for no good reason since February.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I get it. Like, look, this is why I love, part of the reason why we call the podcast I'm Not Your Dad. Because you're giving me the fatherly advice.
Yeah.
Of like, Adam, I don't want anything to happen to you. And so I'm just going to tell you how it is. And you're telling me how it is. You're saying it looks like you are away too much. And I
want you to have a good time. I don't want to. I know you're living. I mean, you are 20 years old. You should be living your life. You should be out there. You should be traveling the world now.
Well, there's a question.
Not even coming home. But you have chosen this life.
And I love this life.
Okay.
And
is it too early? Be honest. Is this too early? Have we put you in this situation too early? Are you mature enough to handle this?
I would agree that this includes me going away.
Okay. So you think you should be able to travel and go at will and still be full time?
As long as I'm staying true to the contract.
How many hours do you really think you're working a week? How much time?
It depends on the week.
It depends on what you define work.
I mean, like, tell me how many hours you work a week and then I'll compare it to mine. Like on the radio.
I'm on the radio, like physically here, only 4 hours a day. Like physically before the show, I don't know, 15 minutes after, maybe half hour.
20 hours a week live?
Yeah. And then say we'll put in
Weekends.
2 more hours of staying around doing social media and stuff like that.
Let's say 25 hours to be safe.
Yeah. And then when I wake up, I'm doing show prep. I've got to consider that because I've got to get ready for this show.
Let's say 30 hours.
Yeah.
Because prep is an hour long.
I am blessed. Trust me, I am blessed.
No, for sure. And that's the beautiful thing with radio. Like, we just do a great job on our show.
We do. We do a great job on our show.
I'm still learning as a presenter. Like, I'm trying to learn. I am so blessed that I have the best team in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is my biggest asset. Is I've got you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, if you think about it, people that want to get into an industry, right? The best way to get good at something is to be around good people. And when I look at the team around me, I'm like, I can't complain for 1 second, honestly. And so with you guys, I'm in the right direction to sort of like, be doing shows that
You got it though. You're full time now. You're
I know,
full time
I
on
know.
the number one station.
I know it's
And
a
you're just
blessing.
treating it like, hey,
No,
James.
I'm not, but
you
I'm
know
really
what? You know
not.
what the position that puts James in, right? When he's like, hey, I really want to go to Lebanon. I got some friends. They're gonna leave for the summer, and I'm not gonna see them. Oh my gosh, like they're dying or something. Like you're never like life is about to end. Of course, he's gonna let you go because he's a good guy, but you gotta stop putting him in that position where you're just like, oh, I need to go to Germany for a birthday. I can't believe you're gonna ask that. Could you imagine?
But I wasn't.
Could you
yeah.
imagine?
Yeah, that would have been so bad. That would have been so bad. No, for sure. I understand that. I understand that. But it's also like.
Yeah, and you never answered the question, by the way. It was nice deferring where
What
I
was
said,
the
how many
question?
hours? How many hours
Oh
do you
yeah,
think
okay.
you're
I'll
putting
answer.
in?
No, I'll answer.
And hey, it doesn't matter what I do. I've been doing this for 25 years.
Yeah.
You just got here.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And you're full time.
I understand.
Are you spending 25 hours a week here a week?
I'll run down next week if you want. I'll run down next week. This week.
Deferring. You're doing it again.
Okay.
How many hours have you spent? How many last week? Let's say last
This week will be 18, excluding the podcast, excluding.
All right. Do you think that qualifies for you to be full time on the number one station in the country?
Next week is.
Don't tell me. Don't do that. Look at you.
Do you think that? What was the question again? I'll answer. I don't. I want us to have this honest conversation.
We
Like,
are. And
yeah,
I
yeah.
love this. This is like raw, bare bones
Yeah.
stuff that you don't get. This is behind the scenes, baby.
Yeah.
This is what you pay the admission for, you know? you just get this because this is real stuff.
Yeah.
I just want you to be aware. I'm not trying to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
I just want you to be aware.
Can I
that-
argue part of?
And nobody's come to me and said, "Hey, Adam's not pulling his weight. You know, could you have a word with him?" Because that's not me. I'm not your dad. It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there in the title.
Yeah.
But nobody's come to me.
Yeah.
I always, you know, as a senior presenter on the radio, and as somebody who's been around since pretty much almost day one, I look out for this station. I love the station.
Yeah.
It's become my life, most of my life. Now it's like shared between my personal life. Now that I'm married, I take more ownership over that than this now.
Yeah.
It's still important to me, but you know, I definitely have a special place for this, you know, this business, this, you know, this thing we do. So I want to make sure that everybody does their best. And I sometimes I don't do my best either. So, you know, I'm the first person to call myself out. I'm my worst critic. So
For sure. Maybe,
I just,
look,
yeah.
it's true.
I'm not going to go on about this. I don't
Maybe
wanna- I
I'm
don't
going out too much.
We've
like,
gone over 10 minutes about this.
Yeah. But I just feel like there's something I need to say before we move on.
What? Go ahead.
It's like I think part of our job is to live a life
Yeah.
that we can
I've heard this before.
talk about on the radio.
I've heard
as
you
well.
need to go out, live that life so you have stuff to talk about.
Now,
Wait, how many shifts have you pulled this week on the radio? How many shifts?
this week is gonna be 5.
5.
Yeah.
Hold on. When?
Yeah. 2 weekend shows, and then tomorrow, Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday.
And then next week is gonna be 7.
Okay.
And then and then it's gonna be.
So you got a
covering-
lot of living you got to do to make sure you have stuff to talk about.
No, but I don't need to talk about myself.
I don't go out.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't go out, and I have tons of stuff to talk
No,
about. on my
I don't
show.
talk about myself in the radio.
I'm just saying, I've heard that argument before,
Fair.
and I don't mind that argument. My argument for why we work such short hours in radio is because it is exhausting to put out that kind of energy for 3-4 hours. I used to do 5 hours in LA. That last hour dragged so much. You are exhausted. When I get done with my show, I go down to my car. I start it up because it's hot, and then I sit there and I'm like, and because I'm just now I can relax.
Yeah.
I can stop and not think about being on
Yeah.
for the next whatever number of hours. Tomorrow I'm hosting a thing at 8 in the morning, and I got to be super energetic. And has nothing to do with radio.
Yeah.
This doesn't take away from my show. You know, I got to make sure that I do that and my show, and I'm 100% into both things. But tomorrow I got to be up early, and all I'm thinking about right now is like, I got to get to bed early so I can be up at 6 in the morning so I can feed my pets, be out the door by 7:15 so I can be on the Palm Jumeirah at 7:45, and then start hosting at 8 for 4 hours. It's everything. All of that is exhausting. So, but I always go back to the center and remember that this show that we do, this social media that we do, is number one. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I don't put myself out there enough. Actually, I think I should do more socializing and have more things to talk about. But instead, I just live my life, baby. I just spend my time at home with my animals and my comic books.
Yeah. Fair. Fair.
But I should do more.
Fair.
I should do more getting out, where you should do more coming in. All right? Enough. I know. I'm not shaming you. I'm just trying to make sure that you know that, we brought you on. It is a rare thing.
Oh, it is. Oh, for sure it is. And I don't take it for granted. I promise I don't.
Besides you and now Jacob, as far as full-timers go, the last time we brought somebody on, was the last time we brought somebody on? Maz?
Really?
Yeah, and I think that was 10 years ago? So imagine that. You got Jacob, who came in, I don't know, how long ago? No idea. A year ago?
Yeah.
You came in a year ago. Before that, 10 years. So it's like a comet coming around. It's a rare occurrence. So I just want you to appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I do.
I just want to see you stick around.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate that.
And maybe it's petty. Maybe I'm just being jealous because I don't take enough vacations.
Well, you get a lot of days off in the year. You're the senior presenter, and you don't use even probably half of them.
I don't.
You don't use half of them.
Nah, I use maybe half.
Just
a little more than half. I think I get 35
crazy.
days. We are so lucky in this company.
We are.
We get 30, 35 days. I don't know. And I use 15. Not even 15. I probably use, that's not true. I probably use 15, 20. I don't know. I bet I leave 10 to 15 days out there.
Give them to me, baby.
I know.
Give 'em to
I
me.
wish they were transferable. I give them to you. And then I'd say, if you use them, you're dead to me. Dead to me. All right.
Yeah.
You had something you wanted to talk about. I'm going to let you bring it up because it's your thing.
Yeah. Do you? I feel like you sleep with socks on. I don't know. I just read this. I feel like I look at you and I say you sleep with socks on.
Interesting. What
it true?
makes you think?
I don't know.
What about me says I'm a guy with socks on kind of guy?
I don't know. I just get the vibe you sleep with socks on.
I didn't want to show you this. Can I show you right now?
Oh, you're barefoot in the studio?
Right now.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen very often.
That's a nice foot.
Thanks, man. Size 13 US.
Big feet.
One of the first things I do when I get home, if I'm wearing sneakers or whatever, I kick off my sneakers and I take off my socks. And those do not come back on until the next day I need to come back to work. I was in a hurry today. I was coming out of the gym and I just needed to fly into work. And so I wore slides and I have no socks on. So you are wrong, mister. I do not wear socks.
I really thought you did.
They're constricting. First of all, I've got giant feet. And so socks I can rarely find in my size. If they are my size and they're cozy, they end up losing elasticity and start falling down my ankle. I don't know if this happens to other people, but my socks lose the ability to cling on to your ankles or whatever and fall. It's like, and it's really annoying. And I've got big old toes that blast through the front because most socks are not made for feet my size.
Fair.
I have a hard time with socks.
Yeah.
My sock game is it's not good. Yeah, it's not strong. So no,
Yeah,
I definitely
people sleep better with socks on.
Really?
Yeah, they sleep better.
Tell me more.
They sleep faster. They go to sleep. They lie in bed. They fall asleep faster, according to ChatGPT, and they sleep better.
Interesting.
And I would never sleep with socks on in my life. I would never do
Nah.
it. When I was a kid, I was doing it. I don't know when I stopped, but I'm so glad I stopped because I can imagine you sweat.
I have a feeling this study is probably American. It's probably an American study because in the UAE, you lose most of the heat from your body comes from two places: your head and your feet. And so,
and your hands, I guess.
Yeah, probably a little bit, but head and feet are really the biggest ones. From my knowledge, I could be wrong. You might want to fact check me, but obviously in the UAE, especially in summer, who wants to be hot? And that would actually make you feel much hotter than you would need to. Now that's a good idea though. I gotta ask Eve because I don't know. You're 20. You're not married yet.
Yeah.
But the temperature of the house is one of the biggest things that will drive a wedge between you and your wife.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't know why it is, and maybe it's a male-female thing, and it's not always this way, but I would say more often than not, a man wants it to be cold, woman wants to be warm, and you're always fighting that AC back and forth, and it's tough. And I always argue, I can't take off any more than my skin. I can't go down to the skin. That's it. That's all I can do. You can cover up. You can use a blanket. I can't get cooler in any other way other than turning on some AC and getting rid of some clothes, right? She can get warmer by just putting on a blanket.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we have gotten through that. We do have the AC on. It's funny, certain times a month she'll be hot and it's like, yes, we can live the same life. But for the most part, she gets cold. I get hot. I go to the gym a lot as well, and that will make your blood kind of run hot as well. So you just wait. The temperature,
that's going to be a big argument.
It'll be a thing.
Okay.
Assuming Adam ever changes his single life ways. Not that you should, because you're 20.
Oh no!
Wait till you're 30.
Sometime in the future.
Wait till you're 38.
Wow! No! I'm not gonna wait that long.
Wait till you're 38 to get married.
Imagine Brent's the best man at my wedding. That'd be so cool.
Really? I mean, I'm happy to do that. I'd be honored.
I think you'd be. I don't know if you'd be best man.
What age do you want to get married? If you had the perfect age, if you say, I hope I'm married at blank age.
I hope I'm married at...
That's a tough one. I got him.
32 years old.
Okay, so that's not... I thought you were going to say like something in your like mid to late 20s. So you're
Look,
cool with...
I'm open-minded though. Like if I find my Habibti at 25, 26, and I know for sure... This is my soulmate, the mother of my kids, everything, right? Mm-hmm. Like I know deep down, and I show my mom, and she says she's the one.
Okay. Oh, mom has to give the approval.
Mom has to also give the
approval. So if your mom doesn't approve, and even though if you're in love,
I mean that's always a discussion.
This is your Habibti, dude.
Yeah.
She's the mother of your children. You're certain. You introduce her to mom, and
I think mom is a very, very good. Mom can sometimes when you're in love, and I'm sure you know about this, your judgment can not be the best. Sometimes you can be blinded by love, and I think someone who will always see things clearly most of the time is your mother, I think.
Okay.
Now I don't have any experience introducing a girl to my mom yet, so I don't know for sure, but what I do know...
So you've never introduced your mom
to a girl I was seeing? No.
Wow.
No, not really. I haven't.
Okay, that's fine.
Sometimes I'll show my mom, hey, like I'm seeing a girl, and I'll just show her a picture, and she'll say, "Oh, okay, that's really cool."
Okay, so it's not like you're hiding anything.
No. My mom's very open.
You know that when you do eventually, and she knows when you do eventually introduce her to someone, that's a big deal. You wouldn't just introduce her to anybody. Hey, we're going out to a movie.
No. I tell her I don't mind. It's just the girl I marry is. Like, my mom would see that as a big deal.
Well, yeah.
If I didn't tell her anything.
Of course. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
For sure. Yeah.
But there's a difference between telling and getting permission to get married.
Oh, no. Look. It's not really getting permission. It's more of like, if it's like, in my mind, if mom doesn't have the best thoughts, she'll always usually just always have a good thoughts, right? But because I think I'm good in my decision. But like, if she doesn't have good thoughts about it, then it's another reason for me to think about it before anything happens. For sure. It's a big reason. It's my mom.
Right. But are you going to let her have final
No.
decision?
I'm always final.
Okay.
And I'm always final, like in my life.
Do you think if she didn't approve, she'd say, you know what? I'm not feeling this girl, but you do what you need.
Yeah,
would she say that?
Yeah, she's like that.
Interesting.
But I would need to, I mean, what about you? With Eve, did you like?
She met both my parents. My dad was the one that said, "If you don't marry her, I will," which is pretty funny.
I love your dad.
Yeah, the first time he met her, he's like, your grandmother would love it if she were to have those rings. Talking about my grandmother's wedding and engagement ring.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And so I got the rings.
That's great.
And she knew I got the rings, and she was like, wow. And she was checking. It's funny. She told me the other day. She knew where I kept the rings, and so she would check to see if they were always still there. Oh. And one time they weren't there, and she thought I was going to propose, and it was a whole thing, and it didn't happen. And she was just, she dressed the part, and I should have. It was at the Disney Plus launch event, which sounds so romantic, right? Oh, the Disney Plus, but it actually was really cool. It was at the Dubai Opera. I was helping host the Star Wars portion of it and one other thing, and it would have been the coolest if I would have had her come up on stage. I thought about asking the Disney people, hey, can I just take a moment of the night and bring Eve up on stage, because they know Eve too, Disney does.
Yeah.
And then propose to her.
They would have said yes for
Mickey and Minnie were there, but the thing, and I had the rings. The reason the rings were gone because I had them, because I was thinking about doing it. And Chris was there, and I always wanted Chris to be there. I thought it would be cool if Chris was there at that moment. And when I got there, the place was a bit of chaos backstage, and I could tell they were all somewhat nervous about the whole thing. And I thought I should have told them before, so it could have been. I felt like everything was a little bit too touch and go, a little bit too nervous, a little bit too chaotic backstage for me to say, hey, do you mind if I ask my girlfriend to marry me on stage? But you're right, they probably would have. They probably would have been cool with it. I don't know, though. I don't know what would have happened. But Mickey and Minnie were there from Disney, and we, Eve and I love Disney. It would have been the best. The best.
But also the way it actually happened when you proposed was also super cool.
But I didn't really propose. So it was at a restaurant in L.A. She was about to dump me. I think I've told this story before. She was about to dump me in a restaurant in L.A.
Because you didn't marry her yet?
Yeah, because I'd given it too long. It just waited too long. And so we're at this breakfast restaurant in Los Angeles. She didn't want to come to L.A. I said, come to L.A. I was just there with Chris, and I was staying at my own hotel. I said, come, I got this great hotel. She was in London with her parents, basically telling them how much of scum I am. Because I said, come, you have to come. So she did. She got on a plane. She came to L.A. And I picked her up from the airport and stuff, and I could tell she was in a mood. Took her to breakfast, and I'm like, what's going on? And then we had it out right there at the neighborhood cafe.
Well, she goes like, you haven't married me yet, and all this stuff.
She's like, basically, yeah, but she wasn't yelling. She was just
for sure.
telling me how it was, you know. It's been, I gave you 5 years. It's been 6.5 or whatever it was. I said, well, what happens if
So she gave you 5 years. She said 5 years is the limit.
Yeah. And then she said, I gave you an extra one because of COVID. And I said, okay, all right. I said, well, what if we just go to Las Vegas right now and get married?
Oh.
And then that was like me dropping the mic. She's like, oh, I said, would you like that? Would that make you happy? She's like, well, yeah. And so we made the decision right there, and it was great. I didn't have the rings on me at that place, but I had them in LA because I kind of thought I could do something. I really did. I thought I'm gonna do something, but I didn't think it was gonna happen this way. I didn't think she was about to dump me. Anyway, so we went over to the house that Chris was Airbnb-ing, and we didn't say anything at first. We waited because Priti Malik and Jeffy, DJ Jeff,
had just gotten there?
They just landed, so I thought, let's wait until they all come in and we'll make a thing. George and Gilda, Chris's parents, were there. Nush and Kiki.
That video, I saw that video.
I have it. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite things because everyone, I've got an announcement to make, and then
Chris was also holding the camera. Did you tell Chris before?
I didn't actually, and he figured it out really quickly. He's so good. Chris is so good. He put the phone up and started recording, and I could tell he was so on it. I didn't tell him a thing because I wanted it to be a surprise for everybody. I said, I have an announcement to make. Eve and I are getting married in Las Vegas, and you can come if you'd like, And it was like, what? It was hugs, tears. Oh my gosh, it was the best. And then Chris ended up paying for the whole thing. It's true. It was so good. Chris was great. He would be my best man at the Dubai wedding because we had a Dubai ceremony.
Yeah.
About 6 months later. But I mean, he got the van because we all got a van. Drove from LA to Vegas. We had been pretend married in Vegas several years before, 2018, I think. 2019, something like that. And we had an Elvis impersonator marry us, but pretend. And we pretended we got married. Everybody in Dubai was all upset at us because, like, how could you do that without, did that really happen? And then we had to say, just kidding. We didn't really get married. We just pretended. Gosh. It was a very funny, it was a good bit. Anyway, we found the Elvis that pretended to marry us before. We got him again to do the real wedding. It was just, Gilda walked me down the aisle. George walked Eve down the aisle. It was just the best. It was the best. And so, yeah, that's how I turned it, a negative into a positive. But also, I did, when we got to the house and told Chris and everybody that we were getting married, we got on the phone first with her parents. And because we hadn't gotten married yet, I still need to ask the parents to make sure it's cool.
Oh, right, yeah.
So got her parents on Zoom. And I said, I want to marry your daughter. And they'd already met me many times, so they knew. I was like, would that be okay? And her dad cried because he's very emotional. It's cute. Got the permission there. 2 told my dad as well. I can't remember. I think I may have called him. We called him up on the phone because he doesn't really use Zoom much. So, and told him, but there was never hey, is it okay? I mean, I asked her parents. Yeah. Because that's the honorable thing to give. That's become like tradition, you know.
I mean, makes sense.
You have to.
You have to.
You can't just say, hey, by the way, we're getting married. You know. Yeah. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't think a marriage that starts that way is going to last very long.
For sure.
But.
And I think if your parents are cool.
Yeah.
Like I know my mom's super cool. So like if my mom had a problem with it, I'd say, Mom, why? Like what's but yeah, I think it's important for both parents to like it helps for both parents to be accepted.
It depends on how close you are to your parents. If you have no relationship with your parents,
true, yeah.
And I didn't have much of a relationship with my parents after 17, and even before 17, it was my grandmother who raised me, who's passed away at this point, right? So, I wanted them to know, but did I really care much about their opinion on it? Not really, but I want them to be proud. And my dad already said, you need to marry this girl. Yeah. So I knew he was all in. My mom had kind of gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at that point, so she wasn't all there. So I may have told her, but she wouldn't have really. She would have been like, "Oh, that's nice," whatever. She was kind of gone. She had dementia, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I was just curious. I was asking you because I wanted to know if mom was a deal breaker for you, and I feel like a lot of
it's never really a deal breaker.
Well, it can be for some people.
Yeah, but
there's some mama's boys out there
fair.
Where they're like, whatever mom says goes, and that's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
As a woman, and I'm, mansplaining things, but if I'm a woman and my guy has to get clearance from his mother about anything, I realize wedding is a big deal. Marriage is huge, but that also signals that maybe he's going to involve his mother in a lot more things in your life. And you're not marrying a parent; you're marrying a person.
No, for sure.
And that parent, sadly, is going to be gone someday.
You marry the family too. Like if you marry a girl, you marry her family.
To a certain extent, depends on how close you are.
But for the rest of your life, you're going to be attached to that family too.
Potentially, depends. It depends on how big the family is.
At least in my culture, families are such a big part of marriage. So I just for sure, it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't approve, it's just another reason to think about it. You know what I mean?
Sure, of course.
If she approves, it's like, okay, that's awesome that we got that clearance. But, love that makes you do a lot of different things. It's just love will make you go against your parents sometimes. So,
anyway, that got way too serious.
Yeah, I feel like we went on that for a while.
That's okay, though. I mean, I don't mind.
Do we have time for the investments?
We always have time for investments. Man, we didn't go through half the stuff. I got a list here of stuff. And it's already after what? 30? We got 30 something minutes. All right, let's have the investments. Where are we?
The investments.
Let's go back from the last time because I can't even remember. We've been to Romania. You went to Lebanon. I can't remember the last time we even talked about it.
Yeah, last time we spoke about it was before we traveled.
We were up. I remember us being up
100 and
not much, but it was better than losing all the money.
Yeah.
My 1,000 dirhams is getting anxious. I'll just tell you that.
I have some great news, man. We went up.
Okay.
To 1,440 dirhams.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
You gave me 1,000 dirhams to spend your money on whatever I think would make you more money because you don't invest.
Yeah.
And you have trusted the right person. I've made you 440 dirhams of profit so far. Now, that was from...
This is all Ethereum.
This is all crypto, yeah. I put some on other stuff too, but it was mainly Ethereum. That was the main... that went crazy. And so when it hit 4.6K, I just took the money out. I took the 1,400...
4.6K?
Sorry, Ethereum hit 4.6K.
Oh, gotcha.
Ethereum went from when I invested it with your money, I put it in when it was at 2 point something.
Is that dirhams?
Dollars.
Dollars.
And it went up to 4.6K. I mean, I took it out.
$4,600.
I kept taking it out and putting it back in.
Okay.
Long story short, you've made a profit of 440 dirhams.
That's amazing.
I've taken that money out and it's in my account now. And I'm giving you the option now. Mr. Brent Black, would you like to accept your profit or would you like me to keep investing your money with the risk of it going down because we didn't get to a great start?
Well, what it did... Impress me with your ideas of what you want to do with it now.
I've got no plan.
You're just going to throw it back in
I mean, no. I'm gonna do different stuff, but I'm giving you the option. Giving the option. 440 dirhams. That's a lot of Karoks, man.
It is.
It's a lot of Karak.
I don't drink Karak, but yeah.
It's a lot of coffee.
I mean, that is a good profit. You did very well.
Look, I'm telling you now because I have literally no plan, but that's where all the success comes from.
Right.
Because if you have no plan, right, then things are likely to work out. Because like, you know, if I put it in a silly investment and it goes crazy.
I feel like if we stop though, I mean, what did we do? We talked a bunch and then made 400 dirhams in 18 weeks, by the way. This is 18 weeks.
Pretty impressive.
Is it? How much is that? How much? That's like...
I'm not a professional investor.
It's 20-something dirhams a week.
I'm not a professional investor. I'm just investing your money.
All right.
You're trusting Adam Dean.
For whatever reason.
Now, yeah, I'm just giving you the option because I'm happy to keep investing your money.
You know, let's go back to day one.
Yeah.
When you said... Here's my idea to make money.
Flip couches.
Flip couches. And I just found out that's a thing on TikTok.
It is?
Did you find that on
No.
TikTok? Because people do that. There are people that do that on TikTok. They find old couches, they refurbish them, make them cool, and flip them, sell them.
Huh.
You did not find that on TikTok?
No,
even
I just
subconsciously?
I saw someone on YouTube like years ago doing it. And I thought, that could be pretty cool.
Well, oh man, I say let it ride.
Let it ride. We're going to let it ride.
Okay.
Should we take out some money for you to keep at least right now so you don't lose everything?
Nah.
Okay. I'm going to go full.
Okay. What does that even mean?
I don't know yet. I'm just saying something.
All right. Why don't we start? I mean, do you have the ability to invest in actual stocks?
No, I don't know about stocks, to be honest.
Well, I feel like you should learn a little bit. Why don't you learn a little bit about stocks?
Yeah.
What kind of platform are you using?
I'm using a Wio.
Okay. Do they? Yeah, they let you. Here's what I want you to do. This is your homework.
Okay.
Find 10 stocks. 10 different stocks and invest in them.
Respectfully, this is my investment. You have nothing to do with it.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
but I'm not.
Respectfully.
Okay. However,
This is like,
I'm not telling you what companies. I feel like this will be a good lesson for you.
it could be a good lesson.
You're being lazy.
But you're not my dad, number one.
You're being lazy.
I guess I am.
Don't be lazy.
But I've made you
Learn.
440 dirhams.
I want to learn along with you. So I want you to find 10 companies to invest our money in. All right? I'm not telling you which ones. You can throw some crypto in there too if you want. But I mean, not the like huge majority, like 900 dirhams in crypto and then like 500 in stocks.
I'll compromise.
Okay.
I'll find one stock
All right.
to invest in.
That's compromise? You went from 10 to 1? Who taught you negotiating skills?
Listen, this is like part of our experiment.
Do you want to continue with this?
Um,
This investing thing? If you're bored with it, I'm happy to take my money and go. You're only getting 20% of 400.
Look, you know what we'll do? Let's put this whole investment thing on pause.
Is that what you want to do?
I'll send you 1.44K now.
All right.
And I want you to keep it on the side.
You got to keep your 20% of the profits, which is only 80 dirhams. Keep 100 dirhams. All right. Keep
No.
100.
I'm going to keep you 20% of 440 is what?
Is it 440?
Yeah.
It's 82 dirhams.
Yeah. 88 dirhams.
440? 20% of 440?
Yeah, 20% of 440 dirhams.
Okay. Well, 10% of it would be
88 dirhams.
44. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm going to send you
That was math off the top of my head.
1,440 dirhams
Okay.
minus 88,
Okay.
right?
That's a weird number. Could you just make it 100?
No.
I don't like 88.
No, I'm sorry.
I got reasons.
Okay, fine. I'll keep 100. Thank you. And then you just keep that money aside.
Yep.
In a separate thing.
Okay.
And we'll bring this back when I have some great ideas.
All right. But hey, you deserve all the kudos for making us money because we were down for a while. And now you made us a profit. I'm proud of you.
You trusted the right person.
Yeah.
Brent, I'm telling you, I'm good at this stuff, man.
All right. Adam asked me earlier what a percentage of my money goes to what. I would be shocked to know what percentage of my money goes to non-essentials because there's very little in my life that's essential.
I have so many questions with that, and I want to save that for next time.
Okay.
And I want to compare what you spend your money on compared to what I spend my money on. And the percent, and I'll get my bank statement, I'll do all the homework, and I'll put my percentages in.
So I need to that's my homework. I need to figure out where my money's going.
Yeah, this is a great experiment. Like,
okay, here's what we do. What is this? August. We're in middle of August. Okay. Do we do a week or a month expenses?
Ooh, no, a month.
A month of expenses.
Yeah, just a month. Like, I'll
go back to.
We don't need to reveal how much we make or whatever. We just need to reveal the percentage.
This is gonna be difficult. Oh, percentage.
Just percentage. Like, what percentage of your income goes to what?
Goes to rent.
Yeah, and all that stuff. And I'll do all the homework as well.
All right. Remind me. I
Yeah.
need to send a reminder. Okay. I like that. I like it. That's a good bit because this will, again, we'll be learning stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad.
And we come from different generations.
I'm sad that the investment thing is over, if I'm honest. But if you want to take some time off of it,
I
fine.
think it's not over. It's just on pause. Because I have some great ideas, but it's not the time now. The market's up. It's not the right time.
Okay. That is very true. You want to make sure you don't. What do they buy the?
You have to buy the dip.
Buy the dip.
Yeah.
It's not dipping. All right, man.